So good morning.
Okay, FM 101.7.
Minko that's in COP Christian Tete Yohuno. Waye Director General MTTD ewo eye Ghana ha. Na ye ne beka brofo ye wi ana akoso achirim. Good morning.
Morning, sir.
How are you, sir? How are you, sir?
Hello.
How are you, sir?
I'm doing well, and you?
I'm also doing well. We are all doing well over here, sir.
Very good. Very good, sir.
We have this caption in the Daily Graphic. Police raised 350,000 from traffic offenses. What accounted for these offenses, and then how come you could raise such a huge amount for the nation?
Yeah, thank you very much. Some few months ago, this City TV embarked on an operation at least to clamp down on this indiscipline on the roads. So when we saw this program, we realized that it is a good thing for us to collaborate with the City TV because they can just mention it, but there should be somebody also to enforce it. So quickly, I informed the Inspector General of it that, police would like to join. The MTTD have to join this exercise at least to bring the discipline on the road because it is a very important thing. If you look at this, our country whereby people drive recklessly, carelessly, you'll be in the traffic and before you realize so many trotters will just be running, sometimes knocking people, their driving mirrors and all this. I think it is a time that somebody brought idea. We must team up and then enforce it. So together with my public affairs department, we brought ideas together. We called on the City TV and we told them that yes, we are interested and we want to join them. We want to make this operation more operative so that at least at the end of the day, there will be a response to whatever action we are taking. So quickly, we wrote to the Inspector General of Police, and the Inspector General of Police endorsed it. He endorsed it that yes, we should go ahead and team up with the TV crew to make the exercise operative. So we started on the motorway. We entered the motorway where people were driving through unapproved routes on the motorway. We joined. And then we arrested a lot of people who were using unapproved routes on the motorway. Then from there, we extended it to the Sprinters Road, where a high degree of discipline is also on the Sprinters Road. And we have arrested a lot of drivers. And then from there, we went to the Gimpa Road over there. And then a whole lot of people were also arrested. Now we are expanding it everywhere. We are now on Kaswa Road, we are on the Medina Road, and every part of the metropolis. So in actual fact, now when you drive through some of these routes, you see that whether the police is there or not, there's quite a high level of discipline on the road. So we also thank our, that is the court, that is the judges at the court, for also buying the idea that yes, something must be done to bring this thing to order. And then actually, when the media covers it, the police enforces it, and then the courts do not support us, all the work will be doing will be vanity. And then we have very good support from the court, and it is making the exercise very operative and very successful.
Sir, I understand that the offenses varies from one to the other. So how could you compute, like maybe somebody was driving and reckless and inconsiderate driving, and then you commit an amount of maybe 1,000 cedis as a fine for the person? How could you arrive at such a fine, the amount?
Yeah, the amount is determined by the court because there is an enactment in the law where there's always a minimum rate, but the ceiling, the upper rate is determined by the court. So depending on the level of the offense, at least the the quantum of the offense, that is what the judge decides the amount. So it is always the judge that looks at the minimum amount. Some people get about 500, 560. Some people get about 700. Some people get 900. Maybe depending on your level of involvement and then the offense that you commit, that the judge will decide the rate that will be given to you.
Is it deterrent enough for those drivers to, not repeat such a thing?
It's really working effectively. Now, if you look at it, the number of people who are using this siren, blue and red lights, because they are using the Land Cruisers and all. Now, what has come to Ghana is that anybody who has bought a Land Cruiser wants to fix, authorized lighting system to enable the person to pass through the traffic. But now, Kwame, I think you can now watch the road. You can see that number of that level of indiscipline has reduced to the barest minimum.
Sir, who qualifies for that blinking blue and red lights in front of the shares of their cars?
Yes, the blue and the red light is reserved to the police. Then we have other categories that the ambulance also uses. We have another light that the fire service also uses. So people who can use the police, the fire service, the ambulances, and then we have also recognized security services that are determined by the law to use it. Apart from that, no other person can use any type of siren or light of that nature to beat through a traffic.
Sir, when will this exercise be extended to that of the Okada riders, the motor riders?
Very, very soon. Very, very soon. When you start something, you have to get a proper footing on it, then you move to another step. So I can say that 70%, successful with this indiscipline on the roads, some of the major routes that we have earmarked. And so we are preparing for the riders, not necessarily Okada riders, but all categories of riders. People ride without using helmets. People get to the traffic light and they will not observe the traffic light and they run through. And people carry so many people on the back of the distance and causing a whole lot of accidents on the way. So many accidents are caused by people who are using motorbikes. It is believed that when you go to Kolebu, the orthopedic section, and then Ridge Hospital, a lot of people, their limbs are broken. Limbs are broken, and the doctors have expressed serious worry about this attitude. So we have to come on them. We'll come on them very soon. Let them know. And if they are hearing to OKFM this morning, they should know that we are coming on motor riders. Not only Okada. People can have registered motors, but, they don't even put on helmet. They don't even observe the traffic regulations. And then, at the end of the day, especially these courier services, people who use motors for courier services. They get to the traffic light, and then when the red light is there, then off, then they are gone. You see, they think that they can just take the law into their hands. But very soon, all those their bluff over on the road will come to an end. And we want to just carry on this a little. And before even we get to next month, I think you'll see a very serious exercise against this Okada or people who ride motorbikes without observing the traffic regulations, and then also without using the appropriate headgear for the road or for the motorbike that they use.
Sir, once again, we commend you for your good work.
Thank you so much, and we thank you for your cooperation as well.
Thank you, sir. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
COP Christian Tete Yohuno, and Yeneno Etchenkom, Director General, MTTD, and Yeneno Etchenkom.
Okay, FM 101.7.